What's up, guys? Today's August 26th, and let's get into the pre-market analysis.
Pre-market analysis.
All right, guys, so this is ES. I've already marked out our Asia highs, London highs. I think we just got some data here at 8:30, so yeah, okay. So we took out these London highs and Asia highs, it looks like, and then now we're heading to the downside. So this might just straight up take all of our liquidity out, and we can kind of see what's going to happen here at the end. So actually, let me delete this. We will do data wick highs. Okay, those are draws on the liquidity. Data wick highs. And see what happens here. So on ES, we took out the London high, Asia high, but we didn't take out previous day highs. And then for NQ, let's see what happened over there. We didn't take out London highs, relative equal highs, Asia highs, so that didn't do anything. But we did take out London highs, and then on the hourly time frame, this is a 1 hour IFVG that's been holding up all night, if you can tell. So it's heading towards its previous day lows here and towards its Asia lows. So we still have these draws on liquidity here to the upside, and then for ES we still have previous day high and pre-market highs from yesterday. So it's taking out London lows right now. This is actually good that we're going over this right now. So this consolidated all night, okay? So this is going to go a direction 100 points either way on NQ. You're either going to see a massive dump or a massive pop. We're not just going to sit here in this range all day, especially with the PCE numbers already coming out. Really don't have much to look forward to besides Jackson Hole symposiatory or whatever, some meeting. And then, so we're going to make a move today. So if this takes out previous day lows and Asia lows, I would look for, honestly, a inversion to the upside, a massive inversion. You know, maybe this 5-minute candle, or we'll see what happens at 9:30. But let's see what the market wants to do with the market makers at 9:30. So maybe they want to come up, grab these data wicks, and then head back to these Asia lows, or this previous day high and head back to these Asia lows. Let's see. Let's check the stronger indice. So the stronger indice right now is probably ES. ES we're holding up. NQ we're almost to these Asia lows over here. ES we're not quite there yet. All right, so 9:30. Let's see if what our draws on liquidity are. So the name of the game today would be liquidity. Find your liquidity. And if that's where your draw is, that's where you're kind of focused on, okay? If you're going to do a continuation model, like let's say at 9:30, it just wants to keep dumping. Let's say we dump to this downside, right? Let's say we just keep going and going and going, but all your draws on liquidity were up here. So previous day highs, data wick highs. You would have to inverse all of this to consider coming back down, tapping into this inversion, and heading back up, which is high resistance liquidity. We want low resistance liquidity if that's your draw on liquidity. So I would almost consider, if we have a huge dump, to do a continuation model back to the downside. Don't try to force a trade to the upside if we are already super far gone. Now, if you're right, here, I'll show you. If you're sitting around here, right, and then it wants to go back up, then your draw on liquidity would be these Asia lows. So if it goes back up and then you get an inversion on like a 5-minute or something and come back down, that's fine. We can take that. We can take a break of structure on the 1-minute or 1-minute inversion back to the downside and target these Asia lows, but pick the weaker indices. So the weaker indice would be NQ. At this moment. So that's what I'm looking at right now. I wasn't aware that we were going to make that big of a move. That was pretty large. So keep an eye on that. And, we'll do this together. We'll make every single one of you guys profitable.